One student is dead and another student is in custody after a shooting on an Arlington high school campus.
Yes, and classes have been canceled for tomorrow. Bowie High School is located at High Bank Drive and New York Avenue, and we have live team coverage on the investigation and the reaction from parents. We start with Keenan Willard. Keenan, you've been covering this all day, and you got an update from police late tonight.
We did. Just within the last 2 hours, investigators told us that an 18-year-old male student here at Bowie High School is dead after being shot up to 6 times during that on-campus shooting that sent this school into lockdown this afternoon. Now, as investigators work to determine what led up to this incident, so many in this community are reeling from the shock.
Sirens, screams, and flashing lights. Today, Arlington's James Bowie High School became a crime scene, sent into lockdown after a fatal on-campus shooting involving 2 students.
We cannot tolerate this kind of violence in our community. We can't tolerate this violence in our neighborhoods, and we certainly won't tolerate it in our schools.
Video from a Bowie High School parent shows the scene on campus after the incident. Police officers trying desperately to save an 18-year-old male student who had been shot up to 6 times. The student later died of his injuries at the hospital.
Schools are supposed to be a place of learning and growth, and this afternoon that was interrupted by senseless violence.
As police launched a search for the suspect, students and staff were left to shelter in place. Many parents came to the lockdown campus, where they could only wait and hope their children were okay.
I'm frustrated. Our kids are not safe. My son could have been outside when it happened. He has to practice outside in these parking lots every day. It could have been him. Our kids are not safe. That's a problem.
Police later arrested a 17-year-old near the edge of campus, charging him with murder. No motive has been found yet, but investigators believe the victim and suspected shooter knew each other. Police are working to determine what kind of gun was used and if it ever went inside the school building.
We need everyone to help us. If you own a firearm, we need you to properly secure it so it doesn't end up in the hands of kids.
AISD says classes at Bowie are canceled tomorrow, and counselors will be available when students and staff come back. The superintendent tells NBC5 the district will also conduct a review of the campus's safety measures.
Anytime you have a school tragedy, we would always do something like that. At this time right now, we're just gathering information along with the police department and supporting them in the investigation.
Now, Arlington police are not naming that 18-year-old victim until all of his family is notified. We are expecting, though, to get the name and even a booking photo of that 17-year-old suspect as soon as he is fully processed and charged with murder. Brittany, Ryan.
Tragic situation. Keenan, you were there speaking to parents outside of the school today. Many, sharing their frustrations about this lockdown and that they found out from students, not the district. You asked the superintendent about that.
So I did. It was one of the biggest concerns that I heard from the gathering of parents who were standing around the school wanting to get in and wondering why they first found out about the situation through texts from their children who were sheltering in place. I asked the superintendent, and his response was that children can send information much more quickly through social media and through their cell phones than the district can. But he says as soon as the central office was able to confirm that the lockdown was in place, they notified parents right away. But they are also going to be launching a review of that communication process in the days ahead as well. Brittany, Brian.
Keenan, thank you.
It's going to be a long night for some families. Candace Sweat is live from the Arlington ISD Athletic Center, where families are still waiting to be reunited. Candace, what are you seeing tonight?
Brian, this is a slow, methodical process with school buses showing up here at the reunification center as late as 9 p.m. And you can see that even now at this hour, parents are still walking out with their students. I'm told that this could go as late as midnight or even 1 a.m. with some parents still in line going through this reunification process. But there is relief knowing their children are okay, and they say that's priceless. Well into the evening, parents were in line at the Arlington ISD Athletic Center, slowly going through the process of reuniting with their children.
Buses arrived with students from Bowie High School who just endured a lockdown after a fatal shooting on campus. For parents at the reunification hub, the time couldn't move fast enough.
I was at the school and they wouldn't, you're only allowed so far to get in, and there's nothing I can do, you know?
When I get a text like that, it's like, and then I can't get into the school. I'm a vet, so it's like, I want to get there and make sure everybody's squared away, but they got our hands tied.
Some described what it was like finding out there'd been a shooting at their child's school.
As a parent, when I got the text message that my child was sheltering in place and she's hearing gunshots and she's scared, my heart sunk. I didn't want it to be my child.
Then there were moments like this, a long-awaited embrace, and the relief of knowing the child they'd been waiting for was okay.
She's my only granddaughter, and I'm always there for her.
David Barrera told us his granddaughter simply didn't want to let him go.
She told me, just don't let go. She said, don't let go. That's all I wanted. And then I said, just breathe. You're okay now. You're in good hands. Your dad's there. I'm here. You're just in good hands. It's just thank God that you made it.
And you can hear the emotion, you can see the emotion. You know, a lot of parents that we spoke to said the conversation that they are going to have once they get home tonight and in the days to follow. It's going to be hard talking about the trauma of being on lockdown. Won't be an easy conversation. But again, tonight, parents still going through the reunification process that could go as late as midnight. Brian, back to you.
Yeah, and once again, there is no school tomorrow at Bowie. Candace, thank you for that update. Our coverage continues of the shooting at Bowie High School in Arlington. It'll continue in the coming days as we press for answers. Stay with us on air and online at nbcdfw.com.